Beneath the quiet plains of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies a secret so strange, so impossible, that even today archaeologists struggle to understand it. A massive, multi-level underground city, carved by hand, stretching more than 280 feet below the surface. Welcome to Derinkuyu, a subterranean labyrinth capable of sheltering 20,000 people, livestock, food stores, even entire schools and churches. Yet there is one problem: no one knows who built it, and no civilization ever wrote about constructing it. In 1963, a Turkish man knocked down a wall in his home, only to discover a hidden room. That room led to a hallway. That hallway led to tunnels, and those tunnels led archaeologists to one of the largest underground complexes ever discovered. But as they explored, a terrifying realization emerged. Derinkuyu wasn't a cave. It was a designed city, built with purpose, with architecture, with knowledge far beyond its time. Inside Derinkuyu, engineers found ventilation shafts running the height of a 24-story building, airflow systems still functioning after thousands of years, stone doors weighing hundreds of kilos that could seal tunnels, water wells separate from surface contamination, communication shafts linking different levels. Imagine coordinating that underground in the dark with stone tools. Even more bizarre, nothing like this exists anywhere else in that era. Archaeologists offer theories, but every theory creates new problems. The Phrygians? They lived in the region, but there is no record of them building underground cities. The Hittites, advanced, powerful, but the dating doesn't match. Early Christians? They used Derinkuyu, but they didn't carve the stone. It was already ancient by their time. So who built it? And more importantly, why underground? The design of Derinkuyu suggests something disturbing. Whoever built it expected danger. Real danger. Enough to hide thousands of people beneath the earth for months. A civilization prepared for catastrophe. But what catastrophe? Invasion? Climate disaster? Something else entirely? And then, one detail deep in the tunnels changed everything. Archaeologists found markings, symbols not matching any known early Anatolian culture. Some resemble proto-languages older than the Bronze Age. Others appear decorative, but with no cultural match. These carvings suggest one thing: Derinkuyu might have been built by a lost culture, erased from the archaeological record. A civilization so ancient, we have no name for them. If Derinkuyu predates known civilizations, if it served as a refuge from a global catastrophe, then it hints at an earlier chapter of human history, one wiped out long before the pyramids, before Mesopotamia, before recorded time, a forgotten civilization capable of designing a city underground and disappearing without a trace. Whatever they were protecting themselves from, whatever they feared, we may never know. So here's the question. If an entire civilization built a city underground and then vanished from history, what were they hiding from, and could it happen again? But the deeper researchers went, the stranger the story became. Because Derinkuyu isn't alone. Across Cappadocia, more than 200 underground complexes have been found smaller, rougher, less engineered, yet all sharing the same purpose: protection. But Derinkuyu stands above them all, almost like the capital of an underground world. Some archaeologists propose a shocking idea. Derinkuyu wasn't built all at once. It may have been expanded over thousands of years, layer by layer, generation after generation, each responding to the same long-lasting threat. But what kind of danger lasts for centuries? This question led researchers to the geology of Cappadocia. The region is carved from soft volcanic tuff, easy to dig, but fragile. Yet Derinkuyu is perfectly stable. Its walls are smooth, angled precisely to distribute weight, reinforced with pillars placed exactly where modern engineers would put them. Someone understood structural engineering far earlier than they should have. Then another anomaly appeared. Deep inside a lower chamber, investigators found black residue on the ceiling, char marks. At first, they assumed ancient torches, but chemical analysis suggested something else entirely. Controlled heating, possibly to harden the stone or purify the air. If true, this was environmental management thousands of years ahead of its time. Other chambers contain evenly spaced grooves carved into the walls, almost rhythmic. Some researchers think they were designed to enhance acoustics, a primitive communication system. Imagine thousands living underground, using echoes to coordinate life. Yet despite all this engineering, no tools have ever been found. Not one chisel, not one pick, nothing. As if the builders took everything, or used tools that didn't survive history. But the greatest mystery lies at the deepest point of Derinkuyu, a circular chamber with no ventilation, no living space, no storage. Just a perfectly carved room with a flat stone floor that produces a low, resonant hum when struck. Some believe it was ceremonial, some say it was a meeting chamber, others quietly suggest something revolutionary. It may have been a power chamber, a place for machinery or energy, or something we no longer understand. If that's true, then Derinkuyu wasn't just a shelter. It was a system, a functioning underground complex, built by a civilization that vanished, which leads to one chilling possibility. Derinkuyu might not represent the beginning of something, but the end, the final refuge of a dying civilization, escaping a catastrophe so great, it forced them beneath the earth. And if humanity once faced such a disaster, why has history erased it? Was it sudden? Was it global? Could it happen again? Derinkuyu is silent today, but its tunnels whisper to anyone who enters. What kind of world forces people to live underground? And are we sure it's a world we'll never see again? If this ancient civilization hid underground to survive something catastrophic, then the real mystery isn't how they built Derinkuyu. It's what they were running from. For more ancient mysteries and lost civilizations, subscribe, hit all notifications, and get ready because the next video uncovers a site even older and even harder to explain.